Hey gang, welcome to the Harmonica Man show. I'm Randy the Harmonica Man, where we play harmonica and other stuff, talk about harmonica, and do a little bit of jackassery, whichever that may be. Got a little bit of comedy headed. But today I thought I'd try something new. Well, it's kind of new to me anyways. Hey, Mr. Shadow Kitty, Critical Cripple, and Tobin. Let's try a little something out here. Dagnabbit. Let's see. That's a bad thing about having a phone. You get alerts. God damn it. No, I don't want to hear. All right. For some strange reason, it started off in the middle. We don't want that, do we? This is A minor backing track. Not too much crap on. See if I can do this. I don't know. Oops. I haven't played guitar in many years. I'm just winging it, guys. Yeah, it will be. Screw it, right? Practice this later. It's horrible. But yeah, I used to be able to do this actually. Maybe about 30 years ago, I started. Hang on. Shit. Well, today is just not my day, is it? Now I'm fading out on you. Isn't that great? Okay, I'm going to get myself situated, and then I'm going to green screen. Okay. Something like that. Beginning to hate this computing power that I have here. Okay. That looks like something I used to play at all the time. Nope, that didn't change anything. Anybody could come on in and bullshit with me if you want. Looks like I'm in need of a damn producer, aren't I? So I borrowed this guitar off a cousin of mine. Pause. Stay there. So I borrowed this guitar off a cousin of mine, and I just figured out how to use my electronic tuner that I had, and it was kind of messed up, and batteries went bad and all that crap because he's been using it. So it's just been a rough day today, otherwise, health-wise and stuff. I just got some testing done. Not going to tell you what it was, just simple, stupid shit. And it kicked my ass, and I'll probably have a kicked ass for the next couple of days. So I'm not really in tune with, staying up too late or having a lot of energy to do much. But I will. The show must go on, right? So we will play around, talk about harmonica. And I just played a little, and now, it's kind of an open chat kind of thing. You guys can join in if you want and talk about something. I'm pretty sure I can talk about harmonica in there somewhere, no matter what topic it is. All right. That's it. Phone is going off. I do not know how to turn off notifications for all these other social media things. And then you get on there and it shows you how to do it. And it gives you all the choices except for all of them. So you have to actually shut your damn phone off or just delete your account just to not get notifications from everybody in the world. And it's really starting to bug the shit out of me. So, old man complaints. That's what's going on. Yeah. Hey, Paul. Yeah, it probably would, except for, the buoyancy would make the harmonica kind of flat sounding, on the flat earth. There would be no sharps. I'm sure of it. Especially after I used them as weapons to beat the crap out of flat earthers. Just how it is. But yeah, I'm trying to get into Patreon. I haven't got it started yet or anything, but I'm probably going to need some help getting lessons and things like that, just getting better quality stuff, obviously. I'd kind of like to rent a better space and, downtown where they actually have, cable or something, and then just be able to do my broadcasting from there. However, and come home and just listen to everybody else's stuff and be in the chat. Just to get better quality all the way around. I don't really need too much for my bills. It's taken care of. I'm hanging in there. I really don't. But I was thinking about the idea of Patreon, and I pay a couple people already for doing, the same thing. But I'm going to be in need of some lessons pretty soon, not just the free YouTube ones and repeating myself. You know how it is. You just got to learn from the master. And that's what I'm going to do. However, right now, I still need to figure out how to work that damn thing too and get all the links and all that other crap. It's already on it's linked to my Twitter and my Twitch account, which I have no idea how to freaking work. And TikTok, I'm going to have to try to learn how that shit works and do a few videos for you there too. Just send some shorts or whatever, I guess, is what you do. But yeah, I don't know how to do a whole bunch of this stuff, so I guess this week is just getting into that and just trying to expand a little bit so I can bring more value and better quality to you guys. Better music. I'm studying. Did a few things with the guitar today. Learned how to tune it properly. Little stuff like that. Each and every day, I'm just going to concentrate on the music. So, if anybody come on in and join me, and so even if it's for a few minutes, I'm not going to make this the longest broadcast there ever is. I know a lot of other people got their stuff going on here in a little while. So, yeah, I can't really play any other backing tracks unless I get my phone on again. Hopefully I won't get notifications. Let's try to do that shit again. This might take a second. But that's okay. You're here just to waste time anyways. You say hi, right? Iced tea does a body good. I got about 15 hours or 16 hours of sleep since yesterday, and I'm still not with it. Most of the day, you ever get that numb feeling where your hands are all swelled up and, you go to turn your head and you want to pass out and all that shit and everything's numb? Been that way all day long up until just now. I guess we'll just have to hear those alerts whether we want to or not. Oh, dang it. Sorry, guys. I'm having a hard time with technology today. Let's try this.
Governor Whitmer wants Line 5 shut down with no plan
No,
to replace
not a
the
commercial.
energy it delivers. Fixed income.
Backing tracks. Electro funk. Amen. Hey, Purple. Hey, Tobin. Let me hit this on pause real quick. Hey.
Jamming out.
Let's see. What? High frequencies? Is that what's going on?
Huh?
So, what you been up to?
Just making progress on my a little place here. I'm working on an earthen floor, and I'm close to where I'm gonna be able to finish it off, and then I can get into some cabinetry.
Oh,
Man,
cool.
I'm excited.
Oh, I'm sure that stuff's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I'm not a very handy person. I've tried, but I mess stuff up every time. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm a hell of a cook, though. Yeah,
Right on.
stuff like that. But as far as the old, rough and tumble construction type of person, I'm just not that guy. I can weld and stuff like that, but not. That seems to be one of the only things I can't really do is put stuff like that, together. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've kind of stopped doing it as a profession now. I don't mind working at my own place and doing these things because I can work at my own pace. But it can be pretty damn dangerous. It can be painful at
Mm-hmm.
times.
Yeah, no, I know that. Yeah, that's one reason I don't do it. I got a bunch of tools and I do little knick-knacky things, but it looks like a Frankenstein concoction usually. I just do stuff like make sawhorses and little crap like that just so I can get what I already have, put it on there and paint, or something like that. Or like I did my, I can't show you from here. I did my door handles and just carved them out of wood and, and just kind of screwed them in to the little thin door on the outside because just an old fashioned screen door, just really, it's like about an inch thick, maybe inch and a half. And yeah, it's just a cheesy little hunting cabin. And it doesn't have, you just got to cobble everything around here. And just, oh well, I'm a single guy. I don't really give a rat's ass.
Right
huh.
on.
You just had something go behind you there. Was that your?
Yeah, that's my
What's
wife.
that?
Yeah, that's my wife. Functionality.
Oh, okay.
That's more important to me than looks.
Look
really.
Like a ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. Yep. Yeah, if it does the trick, you don't need to entertain a whole bunch of people anymore since COVID. So, and now that it's summertime, everybody can stay their ass outside by the fire, as far as I'm concerned.
Right on.
This new office chair kind of sliding around, whatever it wants to do. So, how's your music coming along? Saw a video of yours the other day. Sounded good.
Thank you, man. I have something. Yeah, I have another piece that I'll be releasing here very soon. And whoa, hey, what's up?
How's it going?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
I'm looking up how to make banjo clamps, homemade banjo clamps. So I'm trying to make some decent ones without snapping the neck of my banjo.
Right.
That's
because they want. Oh yeah, they want $49 for something I can make at my house. So I'm a DIY kind of guy.
You're talking about making a little bridge that goes across the neck, so it puts you in another key. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you my.
Oh, like a capo.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, the capo.
I have.
Well, that's easy.
I'm hoping it is. This is my half-ass adventure in making one. I'm not because I don't want to be one of those people that like, oh, I failed at making one, I'm gonna order one. I'm just gonna make one. Because I already have the banjo, but I have a 6-string And then I have the traditional Fender banjo here, but there's no room here. But this one's pretty.
I haven't seen any banjo capos yet, but where would you put one on a banjo anyways? Because you got the one short string, right? Would you
You
even
put it right here.
Put it across that one too?
It goes either there or depending on
okay.
your style. Depending on your style, like that's Steve Martin style, and that's everybody else, basically.
Right. Well, you can take.
That's
I've
one
seen them
instrument
with,
I haven't gotten to play with very much.
Picking and
yeah,
quitting
me
is
either. Yeah, you can get a piece of half round. Like your trim that goes under your cupboards and stuff. Your half round, and then just put it across there, and just put like hair ties underneath, and that'll hold it on there. I've seen people do that before, and it worked pretty decent. But they had to get the real, tiny, strong hair ties or rubber bands or whatever, because you're hitting them. You got to have it on there pretty tight.
I have all kinds of crazy shit in my house, so that's why I was looking it up to make it a proper way, because I have all kinds of crazy stuff here. What did I do
Me
with
too,
my
and it's just me.
Give me one quick second.
Everybody else. Yeah, Tobin, I have about half a dozen songs right now that only a few of them are written, and I don't know why. I just haven't been in the mood to keep writing songs and get the stuff. That's one of the reasons why I'm trying to learn guitar. I can't get a guitar player over here to save my damn life. I don't know how to read music or create any of that crap. So this is basically me just starting all over again, trying to do this crap. And,
you know what?
Trying to get out there because apparently it's the one-man show kind of thing these days, and or nothing. That's all you get.
I learned to play banjo on a 6-string, and when I grabbed the real deal banjo, it was like learning to play a new instrument all over again. So it's just it's the same old cliche. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice. I love that's one of my I love saying that because it's true.
Yeah.
I hope no one ever asks me for directions. Because
right.
Thanks,
I don't.
Thanks, Mr.
know
Shadow
what
Kitty.
that is, S5.
I'm just looking for a cheaper solution than the things I'm seeing online right now, because a lot of stuff. I'm old school, so I see a lot of things, and I'm like, oh, I can make that. I can build that.
Yeah.
And so much stuff is already thrown away. I like trying to repurpose as much as I can.
Tobin, that quite literally is what I do. I repurpose everything. My shirts, like, it's a way of life for me. So I'm totally down for that. All that.
You and me, man.
I do too. There's here's a sewing thing.
Yeah.
I took a pant leg and made a big old pocket out of it, and then put the button, to the, where you button up your pants, and just, made a loop and put it over and button it. So it's just a little bag with just a loop button, and I just put all my clothespins and everything in there, and it doesn't hurt it. You just leave it hang right out there on the line with the clothes and clothespins forever until the snow gets it. Then bring it in, toss everything in the cupboard, and then you get it back out during the springtime. So it works pretty good repurposing some stuff. You just got to be pretty inventive, and it has to be useful for you or somebody near you. Otherwise, you're just playing. I don't have time to play.
That's my thing. That's my thing. I'm impatient. So all the things that I invent or make are because I thought I could make it better. I just didn't have the patience to wait for it to get delivered to my house. But as far as the DIY stuff, we are such wasteful people. And I'm not talking about us, I'm just talking about our species. We
Yeah,
waste
yeah.
everything, you know, and even where I live, at the end of the year, all the big fashion chains, they throw away their clothes. They literally throw their stuff in the landfill. So what we started doing here was making sure that they gave it to
Man.
organizations and people that could actually do something about it, you know?
You know, I
Yeah,
just saw a recycling thing for, you know, the plastic bottles that they don't want you to um, recycle. They
Yeah.
they got this device now. It's kind of like a little, like a miniature lathe, and it just cuts strips.
I have
Something's
seen
squeaking.
that,
I
and
don't
I've
know what it
made
is.
one. You just got to have a piece
Yeah,
of
you know what I'm
angle
talking
iron.
about, where it cuts the strips.
Yeah, you just take a piece of
Yeah,
angle iron,
and then
and you can cut into it, and then put a razor blade against the edge of the angle iron, and you can pull strips out. And I've played with it, and it does work. It is
Oh,
pretty nifty.
wow.
uh-huh,
You can
and
make it and
then
tie
you can
up
make
stuff.
rope out of it, and it's super strong.
Yeah, yeah.
You can braid. I've seen them pulling a car with the braided, and the damn thing was only like an inch thick tops, and they were pulling a damn car uphill with it. It's
Wow.
like, wow, that's cool. So yeah, we can multi-purpose things if we think about it. Everything doesn't have to be thrown away just so we can go out and buy another thing. It's just silly.
Yeah, the last documentary that I saw was about how we sell, or the world sells, a lot of e-trash, all of our tablets, all of our
Huh.
stuff like that, to over there in
Mm-hmm.
Africa, and they break it down in the most horrible way. It, uh, it's
So the average
disgusting.
age in I think it's in Gambia and also parts of Ghana, where they harvest this stuff. The average age of each male is 35 years old. So the oldest
Already
people,
gone.
Wow.
yeah, the oldest people are 35 and over, and it's rare because there's so much crap in there. You know, the plasma that's in our TVs, that's in all of our crap, that's toxic. You know,
Absolutely.
I
Yep.
laughed because I saw this really old documentary, and this kid found an old IBM printer. I haven't seen one of those in 25 years, 30 years. I haven't seen one of those, you know, but they still exist because we dump our trash. Every cell phone that you've ever owned or
Right.
you could ever think of, that battery is over there, and they're harvesting it so they can get money for it because, you know, we can't do that here. It's really sad.
Yeah, it is,
It can
because
be
we have all the
broken
equipment to
down.
do such.
I think it can get broken down. I think the cost of breaking this stuff down might go up. You know, give people some jobs to do that legitimately. You can take things apart and extract the metals from them. It just takes a little more time, and you know, I
I
people
agree.
should be having because that whole process could be done so much better. I already do that. I have buckets that I fill up with all of my scrap metal. I even keep them separated from coppers and aluminums and stuff like that. And you know, every once in a while, that's 25 to $50. I'll
Heck
put all
yeah.
that stuff in the back of my truck, and I
Yep.
take it to the recycling center. But all that stuff can be broken down. I do it, and I yeah. All the batteries can be resold as well. All that stuff can be refurbished. It's just it's
You know
sad.
what, like,
Mm-hmm.
even sitting here, there's a gross fact. Like, I have 3 Apple computers in front of me, okay? 2 are older. They still go on the internet and stuff. I can do everything except for like do certain video conferencing on them. But they're going to be obsolete soon. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get rid of them, and they're going to go somewhere where someone's going to die because of that. You know, that's crazy. It's crazy to think about. Every time you get rid of your old cell phone, you know, it's going somewhere where someone's gonna literally die to extract the metal.
Yeah. Well, here's my thought on it. Make one of those glass boxes with rubber gloves in it, like scientists have. And you can get
Mm-hmm.
those real thick chemical gloves right from the hardware store. And make yourself a little miniature assembly line in there, and just look on top of the glass. Okay, this is what I got going on, and just have your little, your little tools in there too. I mean, all that stuff. And then by the time you get your little piles or whatever done for the day, then you could, figure out a way how to safely get the stuff out of there and get it to where it needs to go, to where you can get your money out of it. That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know how that would work very well with little tinky tiny electronic stuff. You might have to invent little robot hands or something like that. What's it called? The operation machine for the heart attacks and stuff. What's his name? The Da Vinci machine. Well, they just poke like 5 different things in you, and then it just goes to town inside. And you might have to get something going on like that just in order to do these little tiny products to get shit out of them. That'd be cool. But, I don't have the patience for stuff like that. But I'm sure if somebody needed some extra money, they can get into the scrap business doing something.
Theoretically, has a good point that recycling is more expensive than making new things, and that we should forbid everything unsustainable. I agree. Tell you the honest truth, I have
but then how do you make things? How do you make things that are sustainable without making them out of? People's going to throw stuff away anyways when if it breaks or whatever. You'd have to have one product and make it last forever.
So with most mass movements, with most ideas, it would take everybody. So that's the kicker, and it always is, because right now there's a Texas-sized island of trash floating in the ocean. And most people don't think about it. Most people like I live near the beach, so I think about it all the time. Because crazier stuff has washed ashore here.
I wonder if companies are actually out there doing something about that.
People have tried.
I don't know.
Massive people have built stuff. Massive people have tried to tackle it, and they get there, and then they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is the size of Texas."
Yeah. There's everybody would have to get on board and clean it up. Hell, even our coral is getting to like the taste of microplastics.
That's why
even though it's nothing that it could eat, they do. The coral eats plastic now, and they're dying even faster.
Oh yeah, and I disclaimer: I know we're not monkeys, but that's why I call our species trash monkeys. Because what do we produce? Trash. Yep. We literally produce trash. We're anti-ecosystem.
We kind of are monkeys because we can't outrun our lineage. But other than that, the trash thing is mostly true.
So imagine if you were coming from outer space and you see this big, blue, beautiful planet, okay? And you start getting closer and closer. What is the first thing you're going to see? Every satellite that we've launched since the beginning of, since the Russian space program, So my whole point is, even if you came from the outside to our planet, you would see nothing but our trash. From the moment you entered our atmosphere all the way until you came to our cities, We produce.
What the hell's that movie that John Travolta played in? What was it, Battlefield Earth or something like that?
That was one of the
John Travolta was one of the aliens, and they had stilts on, just stupid. But they come from a planet that was mostly smog and trash and everything, and they had to go to other planets and conquer them just so they can get more products and whatever. And they were all greedy. Every one of them was into big business.
That was one of the worst movies ever made, but yeah. I liked it. People talk trash about it, but I've read the book. I'm that geek. I've read the book.
Yeah, I used to read a lot of stuff,
I think I missed that
movie
one.
stuff.
It's a Scientology hand job. It's the Church of Scientology got all their people and made this $1 million movie. It's a decent book. Like I talk trash about the Church of Scientology, but like I have Gene Roddenberry, Ray Bradbury books. They're great books. I don't agree with their religion, but you know, they're amazing books.
Yeah, Ray Bradbury, I hear, is an awesome writer. I used to get it advertised on my Twitter channel all the time because I have or had a what do you call it, a brand manager, and that's what got me so much into Twitter. You know, 5,500 subscribers. But you know, I'm just on there farting around a little bit here and there, but I do not know how to make the content for that either. So I'm thinking about hiring somebody again. Problem is, you got to pay people to do that shit for you. So, you know, what do? You spend all damn day long trying to get all your social media stuff done, or you try to study music, you know, or you're making the video to put it on there, and then you're waiting a half a freaking day for it to upload. You can't really do anything else because your computer's just got one big old screen that won't let you get off of there because it's uploading. It's just a pain right in the ass doing all that stuff. You know, especially if you live out in the country like me and you got like the shittiest internet in the country.
Yeah.
It's worse.
You know what? I was thinking about this the other day. I'm supposed to have the best in the country and my internet's garbage. So don't feel bad.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be part of this giant network, and I bought extenders and all these amazing whiz bang things, and I don't notice the difference. It still goes out, it still sputters at times, you know.
Right.
I've wondered
well,
about
mine
some of
has
those
a big
amplifiers.
lag to begin with.
Yeah. What's that, Tobin?
I've wondered about some of those extenders or the amplifier for the signal.
So I
haven't tried it yet.
I bought this thing. It's called Eero. It's EERO, and they're awesome. But I think it's my actual provider. So it gave me a better signal.
That's the thing. You know, you're not going to get a good signal if they're not sending one out to you in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. And I learned that lesson the hard way because I went out and bought all these whiz bang extenders. I put one right next to my kid's PlayStation. The PlayStation started working better, but that's only when we have a strong signal. You know, so it's a catch-22.
Right.
So I have amazing internet, but you know, the person I'm
Wilson antenna for my cell phone on top of the roof. You know, and it's extended up there a good 5 feet, and it's pointed right directly towards the nearest cell tower. I don't know, maybe 5-6 miles down the road, and I get 2 bars inside the house because of it. That's what it boosts it. But you go outside, and you're still only getting 2 bars, and that's the big problem with it. Hey, does anybody hear that squeaking?
Let's see if it's me. Hold on.
Yep.
Is it me?
It was.
Is it me?
It's better now.
You know what? I was hearing a vibration coming from my computer as y'all were talking. I think the volume was my volume was all the way up on the computer, and it was kind of vibrating it. But is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, see, all right, I'll have to be mindful of that. Cool.
And to I'm all up in the chat. And to answer Purple, I thought Ray Bradbury was a Scientologist. I could be wrong. I could be dead wrong, but I thought he was a Scientologist. Here, I just take it for granted that everybody that writes amazing sci-fi.
Are older.
I think all the Star Trek guys.
50 sci-fi, I believe.
But I think a lot of the Star Trek guys were Scientologists. I know Marjorie Burnett was.
Yeah, probably.
And she was number one, the doctor. She was Nurse Chapel. in the original series. And Star Trek, the original series. She also played Deanna Troy's mother.
Okay.
She also was in Deep Space Nine.
Right.
And she was the computer voice for all the series while she was alive. So if you hear the voice of the computer, it's her. She was amazing.
Oh, cool.
See, now Purple has me Googling is Ray Bradbury a Scientologist? My Google is out of control. They cannot clock me because I go from like one thing to the other, you know? Harmonica Man, you are the greatest distraction. Because whenever you come on, I'm either procrastinating from sewing or like I was looking for a banjo clamp and I'm like, I'm going to smoke a joint and hang out with Randy instead.
Yeah. Yeah. That's perfect Saturday afternoon thing to do, I guess.
The banjo clamp thing is, I have, it's beautiful here in Southern California, and I have new neighbors, and they have to get to know the real me. Because summer's coming,
Yep.
so we hang out in the backyard, Like my son and I, we hang out in the backyard. I have a giant pool that's like my size, And when I say pool, I mean like I went to Walmart and bought a giant pool. It's not like, I have a below ground pool. But I like something that I can take down every year.
Well, right.
Man, pools are
Yeah.
a pain in the ass.
I do that with all my
having
stuff
to
too.
clean them and take care of them.
I lived in a house
Mhm.
one time with a pool. Never again. Never. I don't care if I'm in Arizona. I don't care if I'm in hell itself. Never again will I own a house with a pool in it.
Yeah, like the above ground ones, those are cool. Those are cool as shit. But
I love
man,
it.
those fucking in-ground pools.
And mine's just high enough where if I'm floating and like I look over, I can see my neighbor. Well, they're like way over, they're like way over on the other side, but it's hilarious. It's awesome.
Yeah, I had a relative who had a pool once. That was great, but it was one of those above ground ones, with it looked like a circus fence with the damn tarp inside of it, pretty much. And we ruined it, within a week. So we're like, okay, get your asses out of there. You're going down to the river again.
So I basically have the Walmart version of that. It's awesome. I absolutely love it.
I've
See,
been getting
Purple-
used to getting stuff online.
It's gonna be getting
little more.
warm.
We went in California. We went from like 60-degree days to 85. So like I'm ready. Summer's here, and it only because I live in the desert. It only gets hotter. So this is just the beginning. I'm gonna be extra shiny, Randy. I'm gonna be extra glowy.
Yeah. It's been in the 80s. Well, actually about 75 to 80 these past 3 days. And at night right now, it's been about 45 to 50. And right now it's 61 degrees, it looks like out there. And it was about the same yesterday. But it's been raining. So we got rain for the next few days, I think. And then after that, it should start warming up again. But yeah, this is, almost a month early for us to be this damn warm. It's strange.
And once again, Purple is giving me knowledge in the chat. Bradbury has been called a Unitarian, but he rejected that term. Good to know. One less hero that's not a Scientologist. Yeah, it's getting gross here. The bugs are back. It's bad.
Oh, that's the worst. The worst part of being in warm climates.
It was messed
But
up.
you get a
The
nice
other day,
breeze
I was
coming along.
watching.
You're better.
I was watching Rage. I had just come back inside, and I had taken my shirt off, and I was just watching the stream, and I felt like a little tickle around my waistband, and I just thought it was some hair or something, and I undid my belt and like kind of adjusted my pants and my shorts, and then had this amazing burning sensation
Oh
on my
wow.
fucking like right on my belly, and I fucking pulled my underwear back, and the fucking honeybee had gotten there, the little booger.
Ouch.
Man, yeah,
Yeah,
they're
those girls
everywhere.
hurt.
Yeah, all the bugs are starting to
Yeah, we're
get
getting
really
hornets
active.
and yellow jackets right now. So I got to go get some more spray this year, and probably some more carpenter ant sauce for them, so they're not eating half my house and all that crap. But I generally keep a bunch of spiders around specifically. The types that get right out of my way, you know, when I'm walking through, and then in return they eat earwigs and dumb shit like that, you know, for me. So it's pretty good trade-off until, you know, they start getting cocky, and then they got to die, you know.
Yeah,
But
they
other
can
than that, I don't
multiply
mind them
really
around. It's
quick.
just other people do. Yeah. I used to have a little lizard living in my wall, and I haven't seen him in 2 or 3 years. So I might have to get
So
me another lizard.
here in California, we get house lizards. My house is infected with crickets. If a lizard wants to move in, they have the qualifications. I let them in the front door. I let them walk right in my house.
Yep.
There was one that
Yep.
it got almost 2 feet long because my house is infested. It was huge, and it got cocky because
Wow.
it was
Yep.
walking around during the day and everything. Oh yeah,
Yeah, they do that. And
we
that's
named it Fred until Fred had babies.
oh boy. That
Yeah.
reminds me of Rodney Carrington. You ever listen to Rodney Carrington? That guy is funnier than
No.
shit. You're talking about, he had a song called, in her name, no, something about riding a horse, you know, across a desert, and we didn't know what his name was, so we just called him Fred. And then, but then, you know, the cowboy, we didn't know what his name was, so we just called him Fred. And then we rode to a little town where a woman was wearing a nightgown, and we didn't know what her name was, so we just called her Fred. And then he's like, "Oh, Fred's a riding, Fred's riding, Fred's riding, Fred's riding, Fred's riding, Fred."
And a disclaimer: you
Sneaky
can be
bastard.
named Fred and have a baby. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's
but
a lot of female Freds out there.
I have house lizards all over the place. And once again, it's getting hot. They are invited to come right in, especially in the garage, because at night the crickets start going crazy because our temperatures jump. It's extremely hot during the day and it's
Yep.
cold at night, you know. So the crickets are
Don't they
going
get
off.
louder when it gets warmer too?
I heard the exact opposite, but I don't know because they're loud either way.
I don't know.
But it's crazy.
They're nuts.
I think those are the kind of insects that their sound, like you can actually gauge the temperature by the pulse rate of their
Oh,
sound.
crazy.
Yeah,
It's
it's
Well, yeah,
It's
and
really
you can also judge how far away lightning is too.
people
You see
always
heat
say,
lightning in the
"Oh,
distance, and the crickets all stop.
people tell me it's good luck and everything," and I'm like, try living around your house infested with crickets for over 10 years and then tell me it's good luck. Then tell me that it's to the point. I took a picture. There was one day where my son was like, "Dad, come here." They're in the door jamb. They're everywhere. If there's a baseboard that's old or warped or pulled back, they'll go live in there. You know, they if I leave the certain types of laundry out, they'll go crawling under my laundry looking for moist warmth. And you know, everybody likes something moist and warm every once in a while, but I hate crickets. I hate
Will's got
crickets.
crickets in his house. They're not quiet like a mouse. It seemed like a real pisser until he had to hire himself a lizard. And her name was Fred. Made them freaking crickets dead.
Damn right. You know, we
I don't
also
know.
named. We had a rattler up at my job at the ranch. We had a rattler that it was so old it would. My dad took a picture and it went between his legs. It had its rattlers were this long. It was old. We left it alone.
Wow.
You know, it probably didn't even have teeth. It was so old. But we named that thing Fred too.
I read a story, and I don't know the validity of the story, but that the rattlers are actually breeding out their rattle.
It depends on where you live.
Yeah,
Because
there's certain
species
parts
might
where
be
people
changed.
hunt the shit out of them.
Yeah, and we're always, you know, nothing. If you're stagnant, be scared. If your species is locked in time, be scared. You know, everything's evolving and forever changing. My sister's rooster is
I've
Fred's
seen people
rooster.
get rattlers and put them. They'll put them like right. Dang it! Right here in the end of the in the strings, like you would a cigarette, and all you hear is, you know, and they even do that with a beat and just when they're thumping on it like that.
Oh yeah.
And that rattle will go off on the other end of it, and it sounds way freaking cool. I might want to do that if I ever learn how to play this damn thing.
We have all kinds of crazy stuff you have to watch out for around here. But because I'm from here, I'm just kind of used to it. And there's a rule, like, don't go kicking in the desert and you won't die. Don't go walking anywhere that, you know, you're not looking down. There's a reason why I wear boots.
What the hell's his name? Seth, whatever, the Peter Griffin guy.
Oh, Seth MacFarlane.
And he had that movie called, A Million Ways to Die in the West. That's kind of what it's like. Anything could kill you.
Yeah,
that was so hilarious when his mom died, and the doctor's like, I just couldn't do anything, and he's like, well, doc, she had a hangnail. There was nothing you can do. Like, holy shit, that's funny.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's another one I've heard of, but I haven't gotten to see yet. I got a lot of movie watching to do.
It's funnier than crap. They did a skit, something about farting on there too. I can't remember what it was, but it was pretty funny.
So I am a obsessed Stargate fan, and it just got put back on Netflix. Okay, I started rewatching it. I forgot how funny it was. I missed those late 80s, early 90s one-liners. You know, it was cheesy. It was a different era. It was a different way of life. But I forgot how much I missed all that bullshit. All of just the crazy plots. You know.
Throwing in the
that was one of my favorite
shows.
They had a lot of neat ideas for the sci-fi and for the I want to say the storyline choreography where it all split off, you know, but yet everything was connected. It was really good. It was one of my favorite shows ever. It wasn't just you know, one group of people doing something. They had stories for everyone, and everyone had a tragic tale. And they were all fighting to stay alive.
And their whole basis was that, like, the human concept of God was based on a group of parasites, a mega maniacal parasites, you know? I loved that. Because even when I was a kid, I was like, oh, well, what if Jesus was a ghoul and it's all a lie? You know, you just keep taking one step further and one step further, you know? It was one of the first shows where I was like, you know, what if you could shoot God? Because that's basically what they did in the movie. They shot Raw, you know. They nuked. I'm sorry. They nuked Raw. Sorry. And after they nuked Raw, they figured, you know.
Well,
not
in
a God.
the original movie. that was really good too. The way they put that together. But the series, that it wasn't as scary. The
True.
parasite kind of possessing the human. The characters weren't quite as scary. They were a little bit more human-like and actually talked a little bit more, rather than just barking one or two orders and then giving everybody a dirty look, and then everybody run and go do their thing, to serve their God. But it was pretty cool though, because in the end, they all turned into jokesters and shit too. When they had to team up against the Ori or the Space Catholics, whatever the hell you want to call them.
They were love the Ori, absolutely love the Ori. because I was raised Catholic.
And Claudia Black.
Oh, amazing! I'm biased towards the Space Catholics.
Yeah,
that's just a great series.
It's the quote.
They needed a change, but that was just a great series in general.
Mm-hmm.
It's legal.
Yeah,
it is legal in California.
Man, I'm jealous.
Yeah, it's legal here in Michigan too. I don't have any way to afford to get
What's that? What's that, Tobin?
I've gotten good at it now, being like gone through making many mistakes, going through and finding marijuana where it's illegal. I've put myself in some dicey situations trying to get some. I won't do them anymore, but
that's the one thing I don't miss about pot being illegal is that same thing. In my adult life, I put myself in so many sketchy situations just for like $20 worth of pot or like 40 or 50 bucks, like I just came here for a joint, man. And you're around all these sketchy, crazy ass people.
The stupid thing is, they'll put you in prison for 20 years for it. For something minor like that, it doesn't even matter.
I say that still to this day, even here in California and where you live, Randy, people are still in jail to this very day for something they did 20 years ago because they had pot in their car, or
so they made the pot legal, and they only had but they're still serving their sentence.
Exactly.
When I thought they would,
and that's just they should just be
clean.
Depends on what state you live and where you. And there's even here. Go ahead, Randy.
They're money makers. People that are in prison are money makers. We had a prison closed down near me, but it was like a minimum security prison. But the thing of it was they actually had to, pay people to work there in order to watch the prisoners and feed them and all this other stuff. So they didn't want to do that. So they just took all the prisoners and sent them somewhere else, and then closed the building down, and then, started complaining about what are we going to do now? Okay, so you got them in there specifically, and you admitted on the news that you needed to make profit somehow off of them in order to keep going. And so privatized prisons are just wrong, just fucking wrong.
It's anti-American if you really think about it. If you really bust down to it, that is quite literally anti-American. It just is a privatized police force. They better hope they never completely privatize the LAPD or the sheriffs, because you literally do not have to listen to them legally. If they're a business, you don't have to listen to them.
Right?
They have no say over you whatsoever. And here, shocker, even with the Patriot Act, they're working for you. You're not working for them. We get drummed this weird thing in our head that the cops. It's I don't know. It's turned into this weird thing where you either kiss their butt or it's like a dictatorship, and it was never like that. They were just there to help you, and that was it.
Well, I told a judge one time that I told him after, they didn't even know why I was in the courtroom, and I sat there over the weekend, and this is a child support thing. It's because my ex called him up and said, go arrest him, he's, and here I was living in my truck at the time, doing nothing but paying child support. I was living to support my kid, basically. And this is just after I got out of the military. And it still wasn't good enough. They come and got me right at work. Spent the weekend, and the judge was like, well, you know, what are you here for? And, you know, the friend of the court actually was on my side for a change, said, yeah, he's doing everything. He's paying ahead of time. You know, he's doing everything right. And we don't even know why he's in here. And the judge's like, okay, well, 2 years probation. I said, hold on there. False arrest, now fraud and extortion, and you're going to try to railroad me again later. You're going to make you, because I stayed in here over the weekend, you're going to take my money from me under false arrest, false pretenses, holding me against my will. And my accuser isn't even here. You don't even know why I'm here, and you're going to try to punish me or railroad me again later. So let me tell you something, Judgy Poo. I do not exist to serve your candy ass little ego. Now, if you want to go to prison today, one more word. And the bailiff right there and everybody in this town is watching what you're doing, committing fraud and extortion on me. Yeah, I don't want to ever hear from you again. And as soon as they walked me out of the courtroom, they give me my shit back and let me go, and I haven't heard from them since.
You here too. We have to hold the cops accountable to the law. We have to. If not, they're going to do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, because they're not exempt from the law. And I think we forget
they're counting on everybody being stupid about that shit.
Exactly. That's the one. That is one thing that I preach is know your rights. I will stand on that hill, you know, on a soapbox. Know your rights, and it's different from state to state. At least, you know, here in America, in the States, it's different. Because, like here in LA, if you're rummaging around in your pockets and a cop stops you, they will shoot you, and under the guise of I thought they had a weapon, you know. And because it's so prevalent here, they use it as an excuse. But the truth is, it's usually the other way around. It's the cop shooting the person who doesn't have the weapon, you know?
Yeah, and it's always, but I was in fear for my life. You can tell just by the video. Well, no, you're just an adrenaline junkie. You're the one who came up and started yelling and barking orders like that and pointing the gun.
And I think,
you can't
too,
claim that you were afraid. Well, now everybody's standing there going, huh? I've seen him shoot kid, drop your weapon, pow, pow, pow. Didn't even give the kid time to respond.
Here, too.
You know, and they shot him in his own backyard for having a BB gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, too.
They're just gun happy, and they need to stop that shit.
Absolutely. And I think that's what it is, too. Like we're so polarized and pit against each other. But if we looked at the system for the way it is, we could kick them all out in about a half an hour. If everybody got
I agree
together,
with you when you're saying last night or the night before something about all these 80s and early 90s movies and everything. I agree. You know, they watch too many Clint Eastwood movies and Arnold Schwarzenegger movies and stuff to where you can just walk around, do whatever the hell you want, shoot anybody you want if you have a badge, and everybody's going to think you're a cool badass or something. You're a coward.
We were the last country left that didn't have gun regulation like the UK or Australia. And so because of that, every company on earth that was making weapons started targeting America. And that's when the gun culture was born. It's not as old as people think it is. John Wayne was more about the way of life. Like, I know John Wayne got canceled, but John Wayne was more about he always had one gun. He had his 30-30 or a 6-shooter. You know, for as much as he was a Republican in real life, what he portrayed was the lonely cowboy out on the plains. You know, it was more about the lifestyle, less about the guns. And it's the other. It was just became the other way around. Yeah, you know. So the new age gun culture, it's only 40 years old. It's not as old as people think it is.
Yep. Yeah, and the thing of it is, just like, oh, you bastard, you.
Same problem here. No, I have the same problem here.
I think I'm going to turn it off again.
You know what? I just have learned. I learned to not fight it.
Oh yeah, Angie Dell's Girls' Night Out is on right now. That's what's going on, and Aaron is being conscious of Krishna, apparently.
He's
So,
being what?
okay. Conscious of Krishna is the title of his
Now
video.
I have that. Now I have that song stuck in my head. Hari Hari.
Have I heard that one?
Man, that is a really good.
I think maybe you were saying it.
I'm trying not to get you a copyright strike because once I tell you who it is, you're gonna be like, "Oh,
okay." Hallelujah. Is that the one, the Hallelujah thing they're doing at churches now?
No,
it's such a beautiful song.
You're talking about a John Lennon song, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about John Lennon. It's a John Lennon song.
All the Lonely People.
It starts off as Hallelujah, but then it goes Hari Hari Hari. Oh, see, now I gotta look it up because I have.
Yeah, I'm working on it too because I like that song.
That's just an amazing song, just an absolute amazing. And I'm not even into woo woo or believe much of anything, but it's just a great song.
But the overall,
sometimes you don't care.
If you take consideration of all the lyrics, it's really kind of like a different look. Hang on. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I was listening to a little bit of Johnny Cash today doing the High Plains Drifter. When he's beating the crap out of all those guys with the piece of cherry axe handle.
It's George Harrison, Hare Krishna.
Singing. Oh.
It's the Beatles.
But yeah, I'll listen to just about everything.
Hari Hari. See, now I'm gonna listen to it later. I'll put it in my list.
Yeah. See, now YouTube's got this new thing when you're doing an actual video before it posts. Now it's, they'll actually check for those things to see if it's going to get a copyright strike first.
That's really stopped my music video. That stopped all my music videos that I was making. They've actually only stopped one video, but it took me 3 hours to make the video. And, because all it really is just piecing things together. And then YouTube was like, you can't do this. And I was like, I'll make a video next week. I was all pissed after that. I was like, I'll end up making
I did one time I was doing
that song is how he brought in all the different names of all the people that looked up to like as gods and stuff like that. Like,
amazing song. Absolutely amazing song. Oh.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. But so either of you have anything else to talk about music while we're still on? Because I'm fixing to close up here pretty soon.
I'm gonna make a banjo clamp and start picking and grinning like a hillbilly in here.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, like hee-haw. Dang-a-lang, dang, dang-a-lang, dang, dang-a-lang, dang-a-lang, dang. We're not one to go around spread rumors.
My pops used to always say like the Carters on a Saturday night, but he was old. He was an older human being.
Yeah. Oh, what the hell? Red Fox was talking one time in one of his old comedy skits. He says, "Y'all remember them hillbillies on Hee Haw? They're so damn lazy." One says, "Ezra, is it raining outside?" And then Ezra says, "I don't know, Zeke. Call the dog in and see if he's wet." Red Fox is now them are some lazy motherfuckers.
he was a raw human being. You know how he died, right? It's actually funny, not funny.
A heart attack.
But do you know what happened when he died? So he was famous for having a heart attack. In his skits, he'd always fake a heart attack. He died of a real heart attack,
Mhm.
and everybody stood there clapping because they thought he was remaking his show. So the man died with applause because people thought that he was acting. He was not. That's gonna be me one day. That's gonna be me. That is gonna be me.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was kind of funny when I came out of anesthesia after my heart operation. They the first thing I said, and they took the tube out, I said, "Did you hear the one?" I can't remember the exact joke, but that's the first thing I did is start telling a joke. I made myself do it. I had the self-discipline to think, this is what I'm going to do this time. Because I've had many operations, So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell a damn joke as soon as I come out of anesthesia. And I did. You're like, holy shit, he's actually talking. But, when you have a heart attack, and you have open heart surgery or whatever, they got you on these things to help you breathe until you can do it on your own. And they're like, wow, man, I mean, you're bouncing back like that. We never even seen anybody bounce back this damn fast before. And it's like, that's because I play harmonica. My lungs are made of steel now. So, it just helps out a whole bunch. So, yeah, I actually left like 2 weeks early out of the hospital. And, they just shipped me over to my sister's house, and she took care of me for a few weeks and stuff, or a few months, I should say. And then I came back home to frozen water, and it's all kinds of fun shit that I couldn't do anything about. Good thing I have an outhouse. That come in handy.
I used to call that the third bathroom. Then my neighbor's wife yelled at me.
Okay. That sounds like a whole other story.
I'd go out and I'd pee on the side of the house because I was too lazy to go the like 8 or 9 feet that way. So I would go the 3 feet that way, and I'd go pee on the side of the house. And my neighbor's wife got tired of it. And then one night I'm peeing, and I look up and I see her neighbor. He was peeing there too. So we had both officially made that the third bathroom because we're gross, guys. But I quit drinking. A lot of my crazy ass habits disappeared when I quit drinking moonshine. So I don't do a lot of that crazy peeing on the side of the house, passing out on the front lawn kind of stuff anymore. I try to respect my neighbors and my surroundings. And I was never mean or anything like that, but there was one time my neighbor's a cop. I woke up on the front yard and I had 2 cops standing over me, and my neighbor looked at his partner. He was like, "See, I told you he's not dead." And they walked away. I drank too much moonshine. Moonshine is bad for you. It is bad for your health.
Yeah, it is. Makes you feel good in a hurry, but after that, holy crap.
Yeah.
It's bad news.
You wake up in the drunk tank. How the hell did I get here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look at pounding on the glass. You can't do this to me. We're not married, you bastards. I tell people that in traffic. What the hell are you doing? Where'd you get your license? A Cracker Jack box? You're not my wife. Up yours. Shit like that.
Oh, truth.
But yeah, speaking of which, I probably ought to run into town. I don't know what the deal is, that stuff I had yesterday, but yeah, I think it just messed all my medications up and everything, and my head's just a swooning. So I think I'll just go get some soup or something real cheap and get back on the regular medications. And hopefully maybe I could come on some other people's shows and stuff this evening and have some fun. Who knows? But for now, I'm going to do that, see if I can do a little bit of practicing and get better at that slide guitar, and the neck brace, the harmonica, because I got to up the game a little bit for you guys. It's going to be pretty fun doing it too. So,
heck yeah.
All right. Anything you guys want to show before I shut it down?
Godless Sewing Channel. What the fuck show every Thursday night. If not, we have the Sewing Circle. And every Wednesday, Purple Rhyme with Orange has midday in America. And every Thursday at midnight, Purple Rhymes with Orange has midnight in America. So go check out all of that, please. And thank you.
Yo, come jam out with me. Come check me out. My channel is my name.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Hey, thanks
You're
for having me on.
Awesome.
Your videos are now in my mix. YouTube puts you in my mix with all the stuff I listen to.
Cool. That's awesome. Heck yeah.
Like,
All
yeah.
right. On that note, I'm going to mute you two out for just a second. Okay. It's been a hell of a day. I think for just about everybody, it's spring. New shit's happening. New ideas are coming out. And everybody's forgetting stuff already. So make a list, because you know what the Harmonica Man says. As always, remember,